Romance genre will replace Isekai. So yeah, of course guys, we got a video here by Tortellini. Funny YouTube name. So yeah, we got a video here by Tortellini. This genre will replace Isekai. So let's just check it out. What he's talking about the romance genre. How will it replace Isekai? And so yeah, let's just jump into the video. Let's go.
In a medium filled to the brim with wish fulfillment isekai, hype action shonen, and whatever this is.
Yeah.
You'd think that a genre like romance would be the least popular of the bunch, but lo and behold, as each passing season proves the exact opposite with absolute banger after banger anime as I drown myself in a never-ending stream of depression from shit I don't have. My ceiling creaks a little louder with each one. Alya can't stop spewing Russian propaganda. It's just one of the latest and greatest the genre has to offer, and while it appears to be just like every other one you've seen on the surface, it's exactly that, but it's so well done that you won't give a shit. The plot is the same as most of the others.
Yeah, Alya sometimes hides her feeling in Russian is a pretty good example of a well-executed romance. It's a pretty good show. You guys should watch it. I've been watching it, yeah. You guys should check out some of the videos that I've been covering on. It's a pretty good show. It's something different. We need more like
with a guy liking a girl, but being too afraid to admit his feelings for her because talking to women is scary.
Oh, the homegirl abusive, domestic violence.
But unlike the typical rom-com where the girl slowly warms up to the guy, Alya, the girl in question, already has the hots for Kuze, the guy in question, and openly admits it in the very first episode, but in Russian. That isn't really a surprise when it's literally the title of the show, but it does give it a unique premise, and the fact that Kuze completely understands what she's saying unbeknownst to her is the cherry on top, as the cute gimmick also doubles as a defining plot point, while in tandem helping Alya vie for the best girl spot whenever Kuze's hot sister isn't cosplaying Toto.
Good morning, my brother.
Most rom-coms never have the characters outwardly express their feelings until near the end of the series.
And also the sister's a big factor of the show. The sister is really blowing up the show because of how the actor portrays on how she acts as this guy's sister. She's going wild with her acting.
To make it all the sweeter when they do confess, so it's extremely refreshing that Alya not only does it right from the start in a comedic way, but also has it be in service to her character of being so infatuated that she just can't hold it in. And that leads into revealing more of Kuze's character as well through just a simple gimmick, specifically how he enjoys this special attention from her as he pretends not to understand and plays along, and also how he comes to rely on it when she does act coy with him but doesn't then verbalize it through Russian, functionally creating a cute dynamic between the two that keeps you coming back for more, because it's something we'll never achieve.
True.
But you can achieve subscribing to the channel. Outside of other characters joining in on the fun that is their daily antics, that back and forth is essentially the entirety of the series, with episodes primarily consisting of the shenanigans they and the rest of the cast get up to, but it's the small things that it does which makes it stand out amongst its peers despite its simplicity.
That's
like
so
how
true.
fast the relationship progresses to the point of cheek kissing by just episode 4. Is looking like a fine necklace today.
But yeah, as well, a lot of romance anime, I feel like they also suffer from this type of energy where it's a bit slow. Yeah, romance anime sometimes just gets a bit too slow and a bit too in the realms of teenage love, and where sometimes we would want it to ramp up. Not necessarily it turning into a hentai, but more of it just being a bit more realistic in a sense. I don't know. I'm just complaining.
And its unabashed shamelessness on behalf of both its characters and its fan service department. You filthy degenerate. You thought I meant boobs. It never hesitates to go the extra mile and tread tastefully into water most romance anime would tend to avoid, consistently entertaining you every episode through truly understanding its demographic and the amount of baste you can shove into one petite anime girl, like about 3 inches, while the mystery of who the Russian girl from Kuze's childhood is also plays into its method of dangling plot points and character development in front of you to keep you guessing, but works on them in the background while focusing on what it does best.
True.
ファーストパイタチ奪っちゃう
The production values being as good as they are serve
so
to bring it
true.
all home, whether it be through ensuring every character has a memeable and adorable face, or by possessing detailed animation to more naturally portray the character's feelings, even though a majority of it goes to the fan service, but it has an intimate understanding of proper comedic timing too, which allows the jokes to land as frequently as they do, all of which come together to create an anime that always goes a step further than you expect it to, not necessarily breaking any mold in the storytelling department like The Dangers in My Heart, especially since most of us are here for the little sister memes, but instead basking in exactly what it is and loving every second of it. So it's too bad it's overshadowed by a bunch of losers. Too Many Losing Heroines is the anime everyone's been sleeping.
That's a good take on Alya sometimes hides her feeling in Russian. Honestly, it's a really good show. I like some of the things that happen in the show. It understands its flaws and it understands what makes the show. She hides her feelings in Russian, but yeah, as the show progresses, she kind of loses the Russian a little bit. She doesn't speak a lot in Russian. She kind of lets it go. Like probably in the recent episode, she only says like 2 Russian phrases, and then that's the show. Boom, you know. So I feel like yeah, it's a good step to what a romance anime could be, but it's not the best, you know, compared to Makeine. Too Many Losing Heroines. That's a good one.
Keeping on, what with its immaculate production, expressive characters, and top-tier writing about a dude who functionally becomes the rebound guy for a bunch of girls because their Riz is the equivalent of. The anime starts with Nukumizu, our main character, witnessing best girl, Anna, encourage her childhood friend to go after the exchange student he so clearly loves in a scene right out of a proper romance anime. Except this isn't that kind of show, so we immediately get to watch Anna force an indirect kiss with his drink, consume more calories than Sam Sulik, and be an all-around relatable dork. Anna then ultimately weasels her way into Nukumizu's table, food, and wallet, in that exact order, and regales him with her touching tale of rejection, that basically the other guy promised to marry her when they were 5, yet he chose her other British friend instead, so of course that makes said Brit a soggy home-wrecking cow.
Gosh.
If that didn't make it clear enough, Anna is not only a loser, but the writing, direction, animation, and basically every facet of the show goes out of its way to hilariously show you exactly why.
This is a really good show. I like how it has a take on the whole different aspect of the whole romance genre. It shows what happens after the people confess their love, and you know, from there it's already moving in a different pace compared to other romance shows where some of them are still building up to that point of climax, where this one is just already hits, boom 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 boom, it's gone. You know, that's what I like about this show, honestly.
That is, and to what extent, illustrating perfectly all the while why the childhood friend never wins as she stumbles through the entire rest of the series as a walking meme.
I'm about to make a name for myself, yeah.
But that's where the series shines, by crafting likable and relatable characters to the point that every scene showing their adorable friendships is infectious, with even the main character coming off less like your traditional romance protagonist and more of one who shares the same general theme as the girls who latch on to him. As we watch this same guy monologue about being extremely meticulous in his choice of water fountain, down to narrowing his choices to specific ones at specific times, just to amusingly demonstrate that, no, he doesn't have a penchant for Prime H2O, because there's a better source for that. He's just a huge loser with no friends, to the point where he'll even stare at a wall just to avoid talking to people. Unlike CR929, who subscribed over on my Patreon because they're simply
Better! I am better!
no character is exempt from being put on blast, and that's exactly why they're all so entertaining to watch, as they vibe together and play off one another so naturally that it feels less like a romance or harem anime, and more like a story of growth and maturity through the pangs of life.
A lot of animes always base themselves on the classic romance tropes of it being a harem, it being everybody wants the main guy, and I feel like sometimes it's a bit unrelatable in a sense where, you know, whereas this one is a very realistic show of, you know, people are just trying to find their ways in this whole romance thing and trying to understand their feelings and all of that. And I feel like, you know, this show portrays it in a proper way, in a realistic way. You know, that's one thing which I like about it. It shows the realism of reality. Sometimes, yeah, of course, you know, it does have its own quirky moments and quirky sides to it, but it's different in a sense, you know?
Upon by the teachers who advocate for sex. while the writing consistently delivers on its premise of telling a story about some loser teenagers who get lost in the fleetingness of youth, with the production
That's
of the
true.
anime facilitating these things through both its beauty and how it gives purpose to every single little thing.
温水さんから話してもらいます
The extremely detailed backgrounds that almost feel lifelike with their small, intricate details, such as shoes and other such items strewn about to show the students' lackadaisical attitudes, help the environments feel real and lived in, denoting that the characters exist within these spaces and impact their surroundings, adding together so many small things into something bigger, and thereby assisting the anime in telling a
That
visual
is
story
fire.
about the characters and settings without ever needing to waste any exposition on it.
Okay, I love the designs that each and every single anime character has. Showing the different designs, everything feels lived in. Where it's rare to find an anime, especially a romance anime, where it has designs that people are actually living in. And it's like realistic. Yeah, not everything is perfect, clean, and brand new. You know, it's a realistic point of perspective, you know?
大丈夫です何でも食べられます
Fat.
And the character design and animation is likewise just as stellar, with background characters hotter than some anime's entire casts, alongside exuberant character acting that's tailored to each individual's personality, portrayed through the animation to illustrate the vibrancy of youth, specifically through the pure amount of detail put into the movement of the characters, their crinkling fabrics, the changing of their expressions, and even the fucking tummy folds! This amount of effort put into every department is so rare and refreshing that it's no stretch to say the anime is a passion project for the staff working on it over at A1 Pictures, as it's already
True.
amplified the source material into the stratosphere while still maintaining its innate charm, making its cast of goofballs feel real and alive, with the icing on the cake being how well the directing ties it all together, with both its excellent comedic timing, nailing the jokes even better than dedicated comedy shows, and the simultaneous balance it finds for its serious scenes, where some episodes are an absolute roller coaster of emotions where you're both busting a gut and suffering from heartache over what the characters are going through.
Nothing. Oh
There's
my
even more
gosh.
segments where the production shines, like in the very meta and jubilant opening where the characters play around with the credits, but the absolute best part about this show is that if you stripped it down to the most bare bones animation you've ever seen, it'd still be fantastic. It doesn't play itself too seriously and engage in melodrama that needlessly draws out issues to pad the runtime, nor does it up the comedy so much that you no longer take the characters seriously when it matters the most, giving the right
Yeah.
scenes the gravitas they deserve to make everything mesh together so well, while the writing knocks it out of the park for every individual character and their respective growth throughout the series, making for an extremely mature show with so much emotion that it shines through in every episode, creating a series that will not only stand the test of time, but also become the most standout anime this season.
And that's it. Yeah, literally. I really like that show. It's a really good one. Alya sometimes has a feeling in Russian kind of gets a bit mid, but that one it encapsulates what we want from romance anime. We want the real, we want the harems, we want the bullshit, but at the same time we want reality. We want to live in the moment of reality, and we want to see people fall in love, you know, at the end of the day. But yeah, guys, you guys tell me what you guys think of this video. Just wanted to give my opinion on this video. Tell me what you guys think. Write in the comments below. We'll see you on the next one. Peace out.